Biggest AI company in the world just got exposed. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, is under fire after the OpenAI files dropped. A 50-plus page leak full of internal documents, board testimonies, and legal filings. It paints a disturbing picture of how the company is run and especially how CEO Sam Altman operates behind the scenes. Let's start with this. Sam Altman claimed in official SEC filings that he was chairman of Y Combinator, but he was not. The YC partners never agreed to it. He just announced it in a blog post, then deleted the announcement later when it was challenged. But he kept listing himself as a chairman in legal filings anyways for years. Next, OpenAI's famous cap profit model. Also, not what we thought. Originally, investors could only make 100x their money, but that cap was secretly changed. It now increases by 20% every year. At that rate, OpenAI investors could eventually take over $100 trillion out of the company over 40 years. That change was never publicly disclosed, yet OpenAI kept presenting itself as a mission-driven, non-profit hybrid. Altman also told Congress under oath that he held no equity in OpenAI. But records show that he had indirect stakes through funds like Sequoia and Y Combinator. So technically, he did benefit financially. Altman also owns 7.5% of Reddit. When Reddit announced a partnership with OpenAI, his net worth jumped by $50 million overnight. Imagine that. He also invested in RainAI, a chip startup, and not long after, OpenAI signed a letter of intent to buy $51 million worth of chips from them. And there are rumors that Altman may receive up to 7% in equity in a restructured OpenAI, worth around $20 billion. Let's talk about security. In 2023, OpenAI suffered a serious security breach. A hacker stole internal details about AI models, but OpenAI didn't report it for over a year. An employee named Leopold Aschenbrenner raised the alarm and was fired for it. The company claimed it was due to a trust breach, but internal docs say he was let go specifically for raising security concerns to the board. Then there's this. Altman denied knowing about equity clawback clauses, which forced employees to give up vested shares if they criticized the company. But Vox found he personally signed those documents. These NDAs even banned employees from saying NDAs existed. Now let's talk about leadership. Multiple people from Altman's past say this kind of behavior isn't new. At his first startup, Looped, board members twice tried to fire him for what they called deceptive and chaotic behavior. OpenAI's chief scientist, Ilya Sutskever, told the board directly, "I don't think Sam is the guy who should have the finger on the button for AGI." He even sent a self-destructing PDF full of Slack screenshots showing what he said were dozens of examples of lying and toxic behavior. CTO Mira Murate reportedly said, "I don't feel comfortable about Sam leading us to AGI." The Amodai siblings, who now run Anthropic, described Sam Altman's tactics as gaslighting and psychological abuse. At least 5 other OpenAI executives gave the board similar feedback. Then there is the startup fund. OpenAI claimed it was owned by the company, but Altman secretly owned it personally and didn't tell the board for years. He also told board members not to talk to employees without informing him first, limiting oversight. He allegedly lied to some board members about what other members were saying, playing them against each other. After his brief firing in 2023, an independent review found many cases of Altman saying different things to different people. Another major issue, OpenAI made employees waive their legal rights to whistleblower compensation. Former employees have since filed SEC complaints. Publicly, OpenAI supports AI safety and regulation, but privately, they lobbied to weaken the EU's AI Act. Now they have reversed their stance, calling government regulation disastrous and pushing for federal control that would block state-level safety laws entirely. It's a complete reversal of their public image. And this is just the beginning. The OpenAI files include over 10,000 words of internal documents, statements, and timelines, all publicly sourced. It's the most detailed look into how OpenAI evolved from a non-profit into a $90 billion powerhouse with almost no transparency. You can read the full report at openaifiles.org and draw your own conclusions, because the future of AI isn't just about technology, it's about who's pulling the strings behind it.